here on the show and with my guys in the studio. Good morning, John. How are you?
Good morning, welcome football fans, and a special shout out to the Gen Z daddy himself.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. We'll talk about our Gen Z daddy. Today his birthday.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Good morning, also. How are you?
Well, good morning and welcome to the show. I'm
Okay,
short of words right now.
yeah. Shoot of what? Oh,
lucky escape for him.
what's go
No,
for
no.
your mouth today? Oh? Okay, let's start with the EPL. The EPL throughout the weekends. I'm going to give you the result. Then we'll talk about some of the games. Saturday is Newcastle versus Manchester City. That game ended 1-1. Chelsea 4, Brighton 2, Brentford 1, West Ham 1. Okay, now so well done.
Thank
One
you.
one, 1-1
I
for
expected
Brentford.
a win though,
Yeah,
but thank you.
Brentford 1, West Ham 1, Everton 2, Crystal Palace 1, Arsenal 4, Leicester City 2, Nottingham Forest 0, Fulham 1, Wolves 1, Liverpool 2. On Sunday is Ipswich Town 2, Aston Villa 2. That was a surprising result. Then the final game of the weekend is Manchester United 0, Tottenham Hotspur 3.
Why do
Okay,
I sense the joy in your voice when you reach that man you side?
no,
Why do I sense
it's
this?
not,
It's as
it's not
expected
joy.
Like
now.
you call it with one kind of happiness, like man you lose, thank God. You don't forget, say, now still London team they win this game. Oh. And where are you going to finish if London teams keep winning?
It doesn't matter. I'm not saying I'm happy. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
What's my
Don't be happy.
business
It's
with them?
not London that you see for you and Tottenham now. It's London, London.
No, I don't
Don't be
think.
happy when they win
No,
matches.
I don't think if you are talking about Arsenal and
Uh-huh.
Spurs, the difference these days, Arsenal have
Night
won.
and day, if you
Arsenal
ask
have
me.
won
the
them
difference
three
is
times in
clear.
a row in their home stadium for
You're
the
gonna
past
say
3
the
years.
difference is clear, maybe 7-up.
Okay, let's start with the early kickoff. It's Newcastle versus Manchester City. Let me start with you, John, because that game was everyone was expecting every day whenever Manchester City is playing. Everybody wants them to win, or everybody expecting them to win. But that game ended 1-1, and Newcastle gave good account of themselves.
Yeah, it was always going to be a difficult game in the sense that we are without the phenomenal Kevin De
John,
Bruyne,
no be wetin
and
you
we are
talk on Saturday
also
with that.
without the what's his name now, without Rodri as
John,
well
no be wetin
too.
you talk on Saturday with
Coming
this. No be
down.
wetin. No, John, no change tone. That ginger wey you use come on Saturday, we will run them riot. Use that ginger, continue.
Yeah, it was.
Don't soak in your own voice.
It's always going to be a tough one to win
Oh,
without
now
these
you know.
two colossus. Okay, I was
Okay.
banking on the indefatigable Erling Haaland to get us something in the match, but
When Haaland don score goal wey Kevin no dey.
clearly, they were overpacking him and repacking the team, and they were packing everywhere. So
In
this was a
Fabian
this
Sarr, I trust.
I remember I was telling you that this is the game where you look forward to a Julian Alvarez coming off the bench to come and score a dying minute winner, and we didn't have that. So clearly, my sure man up front has some business to do in January. He's going to have to bring in a striker and then bring in a DM. Otherwise, or Rodri and Kevin De
Nunes.
Bruyne have to come back before then. Of course, Nunez too gave a good encounter before this weekend, so maybe he could be the missing link. But I don't know. I'm hearing that they are looking to sign in a DM because Rodri is out till the end of the season. So clearly,
No, so I think what they need is actually a striker.
They don't need a striker. Man City na everybody dey score. But the thing is when
Everybody's not scoring these days.
that's the problem because
It's only Haaland.
if Kevin is not around, nobody is connecting to Haaland up front. Look at it now. It's only Foden and Kevin that connects to him, as in to the basic best. They are the only two people that connect to him. And whenever they are connecting, whenever he and Foden is connecting in that different level of connection, Foden is always getting on the goals. You get, but for Bernardo does not have that vision of Kevin. No other person has that vision of Kevin to spot a run. You get, it's just like saying Bruno Fernandes. Nobody has that vision to spot that run and deliver the pass. So everybody wants to run into pocket spaces, and when you run into pocket spaces, Salah cannot run into pocket spaces with you. That is why he's not getting the service he needs up front.
I don't think it's about Savi. I think
It's all about
Haaland tries with space.
It's all about service. It's all about service because Fabian Sarr was on him throughout.
I have seen games where De Bruyne is not playing and Haaland is still scoring.
And Foden is giving in the passes. That's what I'm saying. He and Foden are getting on the score sheet.
Yeah.
If Foden is not on top form, they don't connect. That's one thing I just said now. If Foden is not on top form, he and Haaland does not connect, and they keep running into pocket spaces, and Haaland finds it difficult to bury chances because he'll be looking at, should I pass or should I just take the shot? And whenever he takes the shot, he's standing right in front of the goalkeeper.
Okay, that game ended 1-1. Now, they are not top of the league for the first time this season. They are second on the log. I'm going to give you the league table later on. But let's move over to the 3 p.m. games. Let's start with Chelsea versus Brighton. Palmer scored 4 in the first half to become the first player in the English Premier League to score 4 goals in the first half of any Premier League game. He made history, and that boy is good. He is a very wonderful player, and he plays without pressure. He plays like in Igbo they call it Selene. He just plays gently, and he scores his goal. And that powerful free kick that he scored crowned every his game of that day. But no, so that game, Palmer scoring 4 goals, and Maresca is cooking.
Don't tell me Maresca is
cooking. Please, don't tell me that.
Don't tell me Maresca is cooking.
Maresca is cooking. There's
Whether I
no
like
two
it or
ways
not.
about
Which as they talk about, which manager don't come Chelsea before for their first 10-15 matches when no cook? Name one.
That one is your business. Maresca is
That
Name
one
one. No,
problem.
until you
It's
name
not
one manager.
It's not an
For
indict-
Chelsea
it's
first
not,
season.
See, it's
No,
not an
see, don't tell
indictment on
Maresca is
Chelsea
cooking. Eh?
because all of them have cooked and they are doing well.
The only
So
person that
forget
did not
about
cook,
that.
the only person that did not cook in the opening stages of the Premier League and in his opening stages of his contract at Chelsea was Poch. Every other person, Graham Potter cook, Lampard cook, every other person cook. So don't tell Maresca is cooking. He's got a good squad. He inherited a good squad. He added some touches here and there, and he knows what he wants to do, and he's doing it. It's still the beginning. He's still cooking for now until the food burn. Make it continue to the cook. I'm just saying it was a good game yesterday.
Chelsea fans, you guys should call in and silence no. So
it's not silence, no, so anything. Coach, you know, I said this before. I said there's an aura a coach brings on the sideline. You saw it missing yesterday. Let's be frank. We saw it missing.
Why are you leaving
Alright.
Chelsea matter and jumping to another one?
It's not another one. I'm telling you that their coach is not available now. Fabian was not on the game.
So it's because of Fabian is not there.
Fabian no there. To say Fabian there, get wetin he go see. Where he go treat.
And I remember telling you here on Saturday that just because he's not on the sideline does not mean there's no connection with the team.
Oga, try when coaches. I said it. There's this personality coaches bring on the sideline.
Yes.
There was a time I think Klopp was suspended or sick that he wasn't there.
Let me tell
You
you
saw how
something.
Liverpool performed.
Let me tell you
It's not
about that
about.
game.
There's nothing you tell me.
The goalkeeper made the error they made for Chelsea to score about 3 of those goals was an individual error. So whether the coach was there or not there, they will still have made that
If
mistake.
coach they will correct the first one. If for ginger them to correct that.
Passing out from the back, there's always bound to make mistake.
That's what I'm saying now. If coach did the penalty for Kopama, the free kick for Kopama, the free kick was there.
How can you defend free kicks? What will the coach do with that free kick?
No, if he had been around, there are some errors he won't make.
Come on.
It's just like Eric Garcia's red card for Barca last week. You understand? If the coach there around, he not supposed to do that. He not supposed to commit that kind of foul for that kind of place. It's just the way it
But
is.
the coach was around when Garcia made that error.
I'm talking about Garcia own no be defensive midfielder and makeshifts. I tell you say for Brighton matter, you no go commit that error after the first one.
I don't know what
Baba,
please talk about Palmer, please.
Yes, players that should be in the shout for the Ballon d'Or, if you get what I mean. Palmer is a fantastic player. Don't give me that look no so because me, I'm not getting into that one with you today.
No,
we said
continue.
it last season when we saw the birth of a star and you say how many of him goals with penalty. So what will you use this season now to come and bring
He's good. I know full action. You cannot see he's scoring penalties. Somebody else is somewhere creating chances, getting on the assist, scoring goals without penalty. And they are rating Palmer ahead. See, on to the next one. We'll talk about important games. Chelsea match the important game.
It's an important game, but Chelsea actually they did well. If you look at after the game they lost the first, they have not lost any game this season. So Maresca is actually doing a good job, and he's trying to fit in his players well. They are playing well, and Sancho won that penalty and got an assist. So I think now the problem is Manchester United because Sancho is balling. But let's see. Sometimes you start well, then you fade up sometimes for a player. But let's see what Maresca, Sancho, and Palmer, where they will finish throughout this season. Because that game ended 4-2. All the goals were scored in the first half. The 6 goals were scored in the first half. It was a lovely game to watch. If anybody saw that game, you will enjoy that game. Let's move on to the next one. It's Arsenal versus Leicester City. Arsenal got a scare. They went into that first half. They are playing Leicester. They got the 2 goals into the lead the first half. Suddenly, after the second half came, 1 minute after the second half, they scored 1 goal. Leicester scored 1 goal. 15 minutes after that, Justin scored that wonderful volley to equalize that goal 2-2. Then in the 95th minute, Trossard got a goal off Ndidi. It was given as an own goal to Ndidi, all to Ndidi, and they Arsenal won that game, scored the 3 goals. Then the last goal from Havertz, he made it 4-2 in the final kick of the game. Okay, no, so that game 4-2. Arsenal almost threw away 2 points after seeing Manchester City drop 2 points earlier in the afternoon.
Well, it was a good game. I won't lie about it. I expected our Nigerian brothers to come up top, but it's not. That was just my own bias because of the defensive midfield position. But he played a good game. He played a good game. Got an assist. Went on and moved forward. He was more proactive on the ball. But the Arsenal side, we've always said it. Everybody can score a goal for Arsenal side. They had that balance in midfield. They had that balance in midfield to some extent. You get when it was as if it was shaking at first. Then they had to start gelling together to make sure they don't allow those loose balls. You understand? And I felt like it was okay for them to progress together and come back together. It was like everybody moved like a chain. You know, when you flip a chain, it's going together. It's like a chain reaction. So everybody was going together and coming back together, and they got on the go. They didn't let their heads down. And this is the Arsenal side. We've always said, okay, fine. If they could continue to play like this, then fine. We'll say, okay, they're beginning to show the winners' mentality. They want to go on to win trophies. But it feels like whenever they are playing, after 40 minutes, they let their head down, like they step their foot off the pedal a bit. And small, the other team, they are allowing the other team grow into the game. And from there, if they are beginning to fear their position of their winning position, if they are beginning to fear that they will lose their winning position, they come back strong into the game and end up finishing the game. I think it was a good one for them yesterday.
I don't even think that Leicester was up to it.
No, don't say that now.
If you look at those 2 goals they scored, those 2 goals was just... Sometimes football is funny because Arsenal created that their goalkeeper almost 30 goals. Like everybody Arsenal almost started giving an applause or clapping for, because if not for that goalkeeper, that game would have ended at least 6 goals for Arsenal. But if you look at that game, John, what do you make of it? Arsenal coming back 4-2, they showed character.
You know, yeah, they showed character. Number one. Number two is that they had a fantastic game in the sense that you look for every metric to judge a game by, and you see Arsenal coming out on top. Yes, the Leicester goalkeeper had a fantastic day in the office, and yes, the 3rd goal almost broke him down because of how he went in, and same with the 4th one. But he had a very good game. I saw a fantastic game from Leicester City. They didn't go to the Emirates Stadium and go and pack up shop and lock up like Arsenal.
They came out to match them.
They came out to match them, and you know, it shows you the level where you are in a game. When you play a good side and you don't go and pack the bus, it shows you your level, and you can see where you need to improve your game and all the rest. The only scare in that game for me was when Leicester equalized 2-2, and I was like, same old Arsenal all over again. You get a golden opportunity to close points on City and you're throwing it away, but they proved me wrong and they were able to score those 2 goals in quick succession. The question now isn't did they play a fantastic game. The question now is, are they going to go and meet a Southampton and donate these points back? That's where the question is. So we just want to see a little bit more consistency from them, even as we close out and move towards the ending.
Like I said, they shouldn't just win the first 30 minutes and drop their heads and wait for the 70th minute to come back into the game. It's something you play for 90 minutes. When you lose your head down, when you get you lose your head, you lose the game.
The thing about football is a different game altogether. Leicester had only 4 chances, 4 shots on goal and scored 2. Some games you see a team that is trying to probably match the opponent and have 2 chances and score 2 goals and win. We have seen City play teams like Wolves and they get 2 counter attacks. So for football, sometimes there is no way a team most times will play 90 minutes without getting at least 1 clear chance on goal. It's always hard. Sometimes they need just 1 chance and they score you. Okay, that game ended 4-2. Arsenal winning that game. Arsenal and City are the only 2 teams yet that have not lost a game in the Premier League. Every other team have lost 1 game. They are still unbeaten, Arsenal and City. So let's see if they can go the Invisibles. If it's possible, both of them are looking to break that record for Arsenal that when they did that in 2003-2004 season. Okay, let's talk about, because of let's talk about Brentford and West Ham. Brentford scored for the 3rd time this season. They have scored in the 1st minute of a game.
Yes,
they did it against City. They did against West Ham.
Good run with Mbeumo.
So they have been doing it. 45 seconds they have scored. West Ham considered a goal, and I said, ha. So we will just die way in game now.
No, I almost fainted at that goal. I saw it. I'm like, what were you guys thinking? Are you guys still, as in, it seems they start before. Is this season Brentford has always started before the whistle. You can see everybody jogging in a spot like a you know when you say you started an engine before the race already starts. So they've already started jogging in the spot. I'm like, my players are still. But this is the combination I want to see. I know I have always complained about new players coming to the Premier League and earning their spots. But Todibo and was doing a good job on Saturday. Sorry, Gildo Rodriguez and Sunchek is just the perfect. I won't call it the perfect, but it's just the combination I need to see. Where one is a workhorse and one is a camp player. You get one person can run around, go forward and create chances while he's sure and certain that the other person behind him can seal that position. I think I saw that with Sunchek and Declan Rice. When both of them were workhorses, they can go forward to score their goals, go forward to create chances. But one person will just have to reserve himself to block the lights. And I think I saw that yesterday, and I'm like, okay, fine. What happens to Edson Fernandez now? What happens to Sola now?
He has to be in the mix because you need to have squad them
he's
too.
Also, I think Edson Fernandez is calm on the ball, can distribute passes sideways. He doesn't lose possession that easily. But it's who to pair him with. That's not the problem. It's like pairing Sunchek and Declan Rice. You know how they can go forward. You know how they can come back. For this season now, it's like pairing Edson and Gildo. They are too slow. None of them would want to.
Yeah, we saw that in the previous.
None of them want to run forward. Everybody is safe, playing safe. But Soba now, if Soba comes in, he's coming to play in Paqueta's position. Will he have that freedom to also go forward? Will he also not be scared of other players behind him? It's just about trusting your backline.
If he has the combination of Suchek and this
Gildo Rodriguez, yes,
he's going to have that freedom, because one thing you also see is when you are not sure of the people you are working with, you add more work to what you should do. There's no confidence to leave the ball for them to handle it.
Definitely. But I'm also scared now because more investigations are coming up, and I'm scared that Paqueta might be facing a suspension anytime soon.
I'm just that game ended 1-1 to Brighton. I don't know why people that game.
No. It was a good game.
It was a very
me, I was happy that my prediction came true. I said it was going to be a win or draw.
Yes, I said I'm just scared we might just lose the game, but it was a good game so far.
Brentford 1, West Ham 1. So that game ended 1-1. Okay, let's move on. The last game for that day is Wolves versus Liverpool. Liverpool are top of the log. They won that game 2-1. John. For now, yeah.
They are still winning for now. For now, they are still winning. The same thing. For now, they are still winning.
My joy is, you know what happens come December, January. That's my joy.
Liverpool will get more players in. I think they're beginning to see where they need players.
I keep saying it. Once it's January, February, that's when City wins that 13 games straight.
See, so if it's not about City wins 13,
if you don't pick up the points in the first 6 months, Otila for you go explain tire. So because that January, once it's end of January, they pick from February, March, 13 games, they will trash everybody. Liverpool, Arsenal, everybody on their way to the title, and they win it maybe by 2 points. But Liverpool for now,
change. But look at it.
Liverpool now is on top of the log. So
my biggest surprise for Saturday was Everton.
Everton winning that game.
Yes.
Like I don't know how they did it. The same thing Crystal Palace suffered against Man United was what they suffered yesterday. They go forward, they create chance, they score, they play shots. Then Pickford now felt like, what would I call him now? I don't want to use this celestial being. It felt like a celestial. It was everywhere. Pickford was everywhere. The defense line was everywhere. Everybody was just everywhere, defending, creating chances. No matter how Crystal Palace came forward, there's always 3-4 bodies to block them and hit them back. And it was like, okay, fine. Since let's play balanced football now. Since you don't want to come out and play ball and I can't score my goal, let's play balanced football. And when they started playing the balanced football, you saw a different Everton side. Because I've always said this, Everton plays the balanced football. When they want to go forward, they go forward with precision. And when they get their goal, they come back and play balanced football in midfield. They don't sit deep and defend. They don't play on the counter attack. This is it. This is what their style is. Sean Dykes is now beginning to understand that until you start to play the style of the team, the culture of the team, every other person will excel in that side. And I think they excelled yesterday.
John Fulham winning that game against Forest, 1-0.
Yes, as predicted, happy about it. Glad they got that win. It was a Nigerian derby, as we said earlier, but kudos to Fulham. You need to be able to pick up these points even against your competitors in the 13th, 14th, 15th position. So
okay, the last game for the day is Wolves versus Liverpool. Liverpool are top, as we say, they are top of the log. They won that game 2-1. It was, we were talking about Wolves. They conceded a whole lot of goals at home. I don't know why. They should actually find a way to actually make their defense not, because they concede a whole lot of goal when they play at home, and when they go away they kind of don't concede much, but when they are playing at home they concede 6 against Chelsea. Now they concede 2 against Liverpool. So but that game Slot actually did well. His team played well and they won that game.
You know, you said something about players finding their position. When you inspire, we always said about slow motion Gakpo, that he's always at the striker, but I think, was it Van Nistelrooy that came out to say that he's not a striker, he's not an out-and-out striker, he likes to excel from the flanks. And since recent days, they've been playing him from the flanks and he's been giving results. Now, you know, from the flanks, now you can't play a Diaz off the bench.
Yes.
You have to start a Diaz. But whenever somebody else comes in, you have to know that there's a Gakpo on the bench. Or whenever he's starting, you have to know that he would always switch to the left. And he's done so good this season. Gravenberch has been a player that a revelation of the season, because everybody felt like he was playing off the bench. You know, Endo Day now. They always even hype Endo Watoru ahead of him. Endo Day, but Endo down the bench now.
I'm happy you are finally saying.
And Ryan just they show me say in good on a norm. Say they don't need to bench him. Say in just supposed day for that starting 11 full time.
Okay, that game ended 2-1, and Liverpool are top of the log. Okay, remember guys, we are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. We are live on YouTube at Volt FM Sports. When you go there, you can drop your comments. I will be reading your comments live here in the studio. Let's move on to the Sunday games. First, let's talk about the early kickoff on Sunday. Is Ipswich versus Aston Villa. That game ended 2-2. It was a surprise. It was a good point.
As I see lineup, it was
a good point. Actually, a good point for Ipswich Town, because they have not really won much.
They've not won a game in the Premier League this season. They've not won one single game. But you know, I told you about it. I said this is the lineup that could hurt Aston Villa, because what? Everybody was like, okay, see Aston Villa, this, that. And I'm telling you, you said something about Calvin. You said he's not a resurged Calvin. They've resurged him. He's a resurgent side. He's playing a good football. And I'm like, bros, this is not Kevin playing a good football. They surround him with midfielders.
Why are you taking the shine?
No.
Calvin.
He played well. He played well.
He played well. No.
I don't understand.
I'm happy that he played well. But you have 3 defenders, 5 midfielders.
Honestly, now you just explain.
Papa, you go explain.
5 midfielders. Not see, if player are good, other teams they play 2 midfielders, 3 midfielders. They go see whole ball on. Kevin they with Mossy. They just calm down now. Wait, calm down. I want understand how the guy take good reach, because everybody now go to say he's a good player. How DM go they match? Another DM go there for him back. 2 CM go there for his side, and 1 AM go there for him front. And you say no go do well. If now you when even if now picking 7-year-old they put for that setup, he go play well. Nothing you want to tell me.
No, so this
Kevin
one is
surrounded
beef
by
now.
4.
This one is beef now.
No be beef.
Now
Kevin
beef.
surrounded by 4 other midfielders makes the game difficult for Aston Villa to play, and yet they keep coming forward. Aston Villa kept more of the possession on the game.
Okay, if you look at that game, I think it's more of a loss to Aston Villa, because if they won that game, they would have moved to 15 points. The same with Liverpool.
Yes.
But they're dropping that point. It's going to hurt Emery.
Yeah, no doubt it's going to hurt him. My only concern is that can they now not let their head drop and just pressure on, because this game against these guys are games they should be winning. That's the thing. You never know the team that is going to hurt you. Do you understand me? We saw it that season. Arsenal had about 7 games in hand, and they were top, and City was also pushing up. And then they get game in hand, draw the whole game in hand.
They draw 3. They draw 3.
The season me I'm talking about.
It was last season.
Couple years back. They drew the 5, and I was like, what's happening here? So, this is a game you should be winning. You don't know when you are going to need the 3 points you could have gotten against Ipswich.
So wait till the time talk now. If Ipswich keep giving out 3 points, it means they will not come out of the bottom of the table. And they are in the Premier League to stay.
They are not a Premier League
investors
club.
have said.
Let's call it what it is.
They are
not a Premier League club.
That was what they said before about Leeds United. That's what they said before about.
Come on now, go back and look
Derby County.
Go back and look at history. Leeds United
have always won. Yes, that's what I'm saying now.
That's what I'm saying.
Ipswich have also played in the Premier League before.
How many
they
seasons?
Didn't win it.
How many seasons?
It's just when they keep going forward, they are now here to stay. Even if they stay for 3 years, it doesn't mean. But let them just stay this season and next season.
Okay, we have comments on our YouTube channel. I'm going to read the comments before we move over to the biggest one in the weekend. The game, Emmanuel Okitibi is saying, Palmer for which Ballon d'Or? Is the trophy now a child's play? Okay, the hype. Come on, we have to talk about the hype. He played well, so we had to hype him small. Everybody knew that he's not going to win the Ballon d'Or, but we need to hype him. Yeah, let's hype him. He scored 4 goals. Come on, we need to hype him. Then he's also saying, Emmanuel Okitibi saying, Como finally won. Yes, we're going to talk about that when we move to the Serie A. Emmanuel Okitibi saying Leicester City's keeper is my player of the month already.
Yes.
He made a whole lot of saves, and he's also saying, God bless Ndidio. It must be well with him. He's laughing.
That own goal.
that own goal. After that.
Come on.
Okay, let's move on to the biggest game in the weekend. It's Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur.
Can I go home now?
We cannot go. You
cannot
stay
go
here.
home.
Can I go home now?
Because Sponsor have been campaigning.
Everybody
You have been
is
campaigning for
targeting me in this thing. I want to
you have
go
been
home.
campaigning for your
I want to
man.
go home now. You guys can talk about
You
Ten
cannot
Hag.
go home. You have to be here.
What did I
You have
wait,
to go through this.
before the game? There was a press conference here. What did I tell you that he said? He said the risk we want to take comes with a lot of disadvantage.
No, so today you are just
Wait,
explaining.
You
calm
go
down.
entire, not
No,
the
you are
rest.
explaining throughout today.
He talk and say the risk you're about to take comes with a lot of disadvantage. We just need to find those lapses.
See,
He said no, his own words. I'll quote him now. He said it comes with a lot of lapses. And we need to find those lapses and fix them. Oga, you can't tell us that your own tactics.
Tire.
Me, I know already. You can't tell us that your own tactics come with a lot of lapses. We know it came with a lot of lapses. Your work already as a coach is to find those lapses and fix
And correct it.
Thank you.
That was what Angie first did. Angie did it in Scotland. He found those lapses. He fixed it. You now, you came to Old Trafford. You want to dominate. And you know that your tactics comes with a lot of lapses. Find those lapses and fix them. I said it before now, and I'm going to say it again. Delete is not my United Pro. See, delete. Rashford. You see those players we're signing now. We're signing recently. That first goal, Van der Ven will not just throw past if there was a Wan-Bissaka on that side. If there was a Casemiro on that side, Van der Ven will not just throw past the midfield after Rashford lost that goal.
Okay, after the game, he's been talking to the press. Like he was quoting that he told the guys in the dressing room, "Come on, tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow for Manchester United, your coach is telling you that tomorrow is a new day.
We will bounce back."
They will bounce back.
That was the same video I sent to John the other day. What's your plan? The plan is to stick to the plan. What's the plan? To bounce back. Are you always going to bounce back? I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when we made a joke of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was, every time Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wins a game, he tells you we have turned the corner. There's how you go turn. You get how you go take turn corner.
You are back to spot
You
one.
will start from where you start. If you turn left, if you continue to turn left, you're going to come back to square one. So always, we've turned the corner. You've turned the corner. After 3 matches, you're losing.
Then if you look at that game, even before they got that red card, Fernandes got that red card. Spurs was outplaying them. I think they missed 2 clear-cut chances. They scored a goal. Look at the way they considered the first goal. A defender runs from his own half.
See, lack of Man United. Look at it. I was telling you, Man United lack communication. Rashford pushed the ball forward. That was supposed to be a one-touch. It's too many touches on the ball makes you lose concentration. That was a one-touch pass to Garnacho, but you want to run it because you want to run them. You lose the ball, and you lose the ball. Can't they stroll?
That's another thing too. Where you
ball,
talk about mentality,
you lose the ball.
you talk
You
about
can't stroll. You strolling now. Everybody will blame the coach. You strolling. The defender now ran past the midfield. Bruno Fernandes, Ugarte, Firmino, Mazraoui, and Delete to pass the ball for someone, and Dalot was standing there, and Johnson ran behind him,
Even
Dalot did not.
Dalot was jogging.
He was jogging, and somebody ran behind you, as in behind the defense run, and was up, as in now you're tapping, as in you're supposed to tap. He strode into the net with the ball in his feet, and the defender ran from his own half, past 5 players to make that pass, and you're telling me these players are supposed to be playing for Man United under Ferguson? If you don't stop us in book, under Ferguson,
if it was Arsenal, Saliba would have killed that defender.
I'm telling you, before he even reached the 18, you are out.
Ugarte did not even make an attempt.
Attempt to attack.
Mazraoui did not make an attempt.
Delete.
Delete.
He just run past.
Delete. Try. He try make attempt. But before he go reach there, the player already make the pass.
You know that guy, what's his name? The defender is the fastest.
Van der Ven is the fastest centre back in the Premier League currently.
Currently, actually.
He's the fastest. That's what I'm saying. You want to play a highland, you need to have fast defenders. You want to play possession-based football, you need to have players that can hold on to the ball.
That's the thing.
The only person when you were saying that it was Godwin saying Delete is the only defender, or who was that on the show that was saying Delete is the only defender that Man United has currently? Bros, I told you that day. I still stand with where I stand. Delete is not Man United quality. Licha is the only defender.
The truth,
Lisandro Martinez is the only defender Man United has currently, because he made some credible saves. He made some balls, as in he could play CM, play DM.
that goal was not Delete's fault.
See,
It
I'm
was
not saying.
Ugate's fault.
I'm not saying it was not.
See,
You know the worst part.
No,
I'm not
so
saying.
you
I'm
have
not saying.
you have beef against Delete. Yes.
It is.
It's obvious.
See, I'm not
It
saying
is
it was.
obvious.
I'm not saying it was Delete's fault that the goal came in.
How come
You
you
get-
did not
I'm
blame
saying
any other player? You just have to
Rashford.
come back.
No.
to
You
the
can't blame
elite.
Ugarte. Ugarte was fine in the middle. He was fine the other side of the middle. He and Dalot was standing together. Rashford had lost the ball that continued to. Why haven't they called?
No, wait. Even if Rashford was running back, he will not actually meet up.
Now he lose ball.
Yes, we will not meet up.
You know,
But
at least he's supposed to make effort, run back, chase that
no matter
thing
how
down.
no matter how you talk him, Rashford is the fastest player in that Man United
Yes.
side. He could have met up. Currently, Rashford is the fastest player. Currently, he's the fastest player in the Man United side. So you know if you tell me say
That's the same thing we talk about when we say that.
this is the same Marcus Rashford you compare to Kai Walker and say he's faster than Kai Walker. Now the same Marcus Rashford and Van der Ven is not faster than Kai Walker.
That's
Honestly.
the same thing we talk about when we say that players are playing at this club as if the club they are doing the club a favor for playing for the club. That's total rubbish if you ask me. How do you lose the ball? You make an error and it's fine. You will recover. You are strolling.
Even on a stroll. The stroll
Crazy,
like
Okay.
it was shameful, and you know we were saying the game
You know
yesterday.
the most ignoble thing about that encounter was that this is at Old Trafford.
And-
You are not playing away. You are playing at home.
Apart from that, this is almost the same goal Twente scored, and they did not after conceding that goal. A player ran from his own half,
Ran from against Twente, I think it was from halfway line,
almost from his own half,
almost
Same
halfway
thing.
line,
and
and
they did the same thing. A player did the same thing again at Old Trafford. That means they didn't even learn from their last game.
No, they don't learn. They
So
don't
what is
learn.
the improvement? Okay, let's talk about the red card. I don't think that was a red card offense. I think he was sleeping and he raised his foot and he hit the player, but the referee gave the red card and VAR did not even consider to look at it properly and actually stood with the red card. But I don't think that was a red card offense.
Whether na red card or not be red card, let Bruno rest. He's
Yeah,
played all the games that Man United
Yes.
has played. He's
Supported.
created all the chances they've created.
Supported.
When he was trying to argue with the referee, I felt like I said it on the side that, bros, I beg you don't try. If you're not around, they can't create a noise. The coach bring nothing and say make him find another attacking midfielder.
Yes.
The scouting team, I mean, they say they call them.
Mount is there.
They say attacking
Nah,
people will create chance.
guy.
Come on,
Wow,
you're
wow,
telling me I need a midfielder that will score me 15-20 goals, and you're calling me Gallagher.
Mount is there. Mount is an attacking midfield.
No. See, Mount.
Attacking midfielder get grade, I beg.
See, if an attacking midfielder, we agree. Scotty too saved Man United. Scotty saved Man United last season.
Yes.
He's a workhorse. Mount is not an attack. When they say attacking midfielder, you talk about the creativity where these people get. Then, as in creativity, they waste for their body.
So,
Mount is a workhorse. As long as I'm concerned, Scott McTominay is a workhorse. He gets into the right position, scores the right goals.
He's a better
saves the
workhorse.
team. He's a better workhorse to one out. He's an upgrade to Mason Mount anytime, any day. Now me talk am. At some point, I feel like when everybody when you say fine, the only player where I know from Man is Scotty because of how he plays. He's everywhere and anywhere on the pitch. Mount is the same player up front. He can defend for you. He can defend from the front line, but he's not. I'll say this: he's not a creative player. He has never been a creative player. He's one of those players that play like Frank Lampard. Maybe Frank Lampard is even creative. He's one of those players that play like Frank Lampard. When there's a loose ball, you take a shot.
Actually, Lampard creates more chances.
That
was
I'm
creating chances.
I'm not comparing their level of creativity. I'm just saying the level of goals they score. Lampard could pounce on a loose ball and hit on target.
And
That's
you
the
get
only
the goal,
thing
yeah.
Mount has copied right. As in out of Lampard playbook, out of Lampard because he has the same similar style of play. But out of everything we copy from Lampard, now outside shot he collect correctly. The rest he just waste time. He no get the passes. He no get the positional awareness. He no get anything.
For me, I don't feel there's anything Bruno Fernandes has not done for Manchester United. Baba should go and enjoy his rest, please.
Okay. That record he will miss 3 games for Manchester United.
Oh, this straight red, come on.
Straight red. So he's going to be missing 3 games. So
Make
they have
it
to fight. Ten Hag have to find a way for him to play without Fernandes in the next 3 games. Okay, For the log, Angie actually did well for Spurs. For the log, it's Liverpool on top with 15 points. 15 points. Manchester City 14 points. Arsenal 14 points. Chelsea 13 points. Aston Villa is 5th with 13 points. Manchester United is 12th with 7 points.
They don't change avenue with Chelsea.
Okay, let's take this
call.
call.
Chelsea get 12th avenue.
Hello, good morning. Yeah, good morning. Name and location, please.
You're welcome.
Welcome. What is your contribution?
Dropping points against Newcastle United. You know that I just received a message from Pep. You see, if you want to win the league, do not be on top of the table from the beginning of the season. So that
Wow.
You receive a text message. No, wait. There's something he said.
Wow. Talk to me.
He said, I just received a text.
United issue. We are the one of the teams that made United to feel that they are good this season. When they draw with that community issue, they thought that they have got everything right. They don't know that they are just starting.
Yes.
Because when United draw at Wembley, 1-1. Oh, United are bad. They are playing City. Oh, I just look at that and say, oh, I feel this club very well. Even Everton can go to Old Trafford and pick 3 points. I'm telling the truth. Everton that has struggled, they will go to Man United home and pick 3 points.
Wow.
For Liverpool, no, just as a team maybe, because Liverpool didn't one kind of imagine they lose to Nottingham Forest, we did not expect. Their next match, maybe they might lose it again. For Chelsea, may them calm down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. 0706 048 5853. Call us and tell us what you think about this weekend's Premier League games. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
Chelsea man.
Okay. Okay, what is your contribution?
My brother, that West Ham man. What is that problem?
My problem is I'm going to top the table one of these days. I'll go back to Europa.
Yeah, if West Ham top the table, if I will be
No be to anybody top table no be to carry league now. At least last season, Everton top table. Everton top table now, but they don't carry league.
Okay.
My brother, we are heading. That is heading, my brother.
Yes.
We are cooking.
You are cooking.
So if you say when they cook, I know that one.
All right. Thank you very much.
My brother, for my brother, Nawala.
Nawala.
Well, look at the scene now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. 0706 048 5853. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Name and location, please.
I like the constant.
Okay, Ike. What is your contribution, Ike?
The Man City fan well that already said that. You know, see the team right there that is going out dropless this season. No mention that one. So I don't see this Arsenal, Manu, they have finished. I don't think they remain good on that team.
So,
nobody blaming that Rashford. Rashford cannot meet that player as this team. Those to meet up again. So you blame it for defenders. Allow the guy to cross them. So therefore, they don't meet it.
okay.
Person that this West Ham fan, after malaria, I don't understand how they talk like that. Why they say Popalo, I know one give him is a flower. Have any thought any West Ham player did what he did in that West Ham team? So it's not easy, I bet. That record is very, I don't know how to put it. But you who there know that it's very good.
The Palmer is not. We are just looking.
Nobody had it.
Palmer is actually a good player.
What are telling me? They have to say no one best. They have to be on the flower. It's not easy.
It's not
It's a
easy.
good record. Thank you. And this is Rangers. I don't understand the reason why they lose their match.
We will talk about it just now. All right. Thank you very much. Okay, let's move on to the La Liga, the games that was played in the La Liga on the weekend. Let's talk about the Barcelona losing 4-2 against Osasuna. Osasuna winning.
They did their homework, right?
It was. I think that the problem that Hansi Flick was resting his players. He came out and said that he couldn't play because I think he underrated Osasuna.
Yes.
Because he would have just played, even if you want to rest a player, rest their player.
I rest my case.
Rest your players when you play at home. It's easier than playing an away. I don't think you should be resting players when you are playing an away game. But he rested the players and he lost that game 4-2, John.
Yeah, I think we said it here. You know, you've been on a winning streak. You've been playing games, winning ugly when you need to, and getting your goals. But coming to Osasuna, we said that these guys can surprise you. I said it categorically Saturday morning that the problem with La Liga is that you don't know which team they plan for you.
When Mallorca done for Real Madrid, everybody say I think that's not tactics. All these people they do they get their tactics. Osasuna get tactics so they use top backer. You play your first 11, you play second 11. That is why squad depth is key.
Yes,
it's important. You supposed get bench. That's why they say release list of 26 man. When you drop a list of 26 man, out of that 26 now senior men they
don't get 20. They don't get money to
wait now. Calm down.
Fault.
If you get 26 players for the list, back and no fit them say they submit 26 players name. They submit 26 players. Then you can't get another reserve team where if you bring in sometimes, you get. If you bring in sometimes young players put there. She don't say for their 26 man list, Gavi and Pedro no there because they no reach age requirement. Yamal no dey the list. These are 3 players that are on, but they are in the starting lineup. You get now. You get some other players who know the list. Where they for starting lineup.
But
so you know, fit tell me say that you know get squad depth. Now 26 players you submit list. Make those 26 players
those players are still academic players. That's what I'm saying.
The thing.
Academic players.
Understand me? It's just like Chelsea. You submitted the 21. You say you're working with 21. 21. You see have other players. Chilwell was not on the list, but yet he played the last game. You get there are some players that are not on the list. They play. It's not about having numbers. It's about having quality numbers.
That's why we are saying the same thing. Most of the players they submitted are still academic players. So it doesn't even make sense.
They submit reserve and they submit.
And number 2, some of their players are injured. So I think that
if now something like go say it's not an excuse, no be excuse.
No, it's not an excuse.
For me, the big thing here is that no matter what, even if you want to rest players, you start with your best players and then you take them
after 60 minutes you do so.
Take them up and bring young boys in. And if you want to start with young boys, then you make sure that there is at least 5 players that are, not young boys, that are good hands. You're starting 11 that are starting with them. Then just swap out the 4.
Okay, before we move on to Real Madrid game, let's just take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, guys in the studio.
Good morning. Name and location, please.
My name is Chukwudi from Enugu.
Okay, Chukwudi, what is your contribution, Chukwudi?
The contribution is from Manchester United.
Okay.
Manchester United, that gives you the play Wolfie in that match yesterday. And the captain Fernandes was very brutal in that start. He gave the total squad player before they gave him that red card, red card. And why I'm not why I disagree that your colleague there is about comparing Manchester United player with Frank Lampard, my legend Frank Lampard.
No be. I no compare my United player. Compare your academic graduate with in legend because he said his legend is Frank Lampard and he's learnt a lot from Frank Lampard. I think he got the shine under spotlight under Frank Lampard for Derby County.
Put him on here.
So continue.
No problem. If he likes Frank Lampard, let him watch every of his match Frank Lampard played and learn from him. Let me keep aside that match. Let me talk about my own match here today.
Okay.
Your colleague there is angry because Kopama scored like 4 goals in the first half.
Why would I be angry, man? Why would I be angry, man? Like why is everybody saying?
I've been telling you, give this man his flowers. He played a good game.
Palmer played a good game in that game and he scored 4 goals.
I don't know why people say why would I compare. I didn't compare them. If you listen to the conversation, I said he's legend. My idol now Roy Keane. If you meet me for feed, if you dribble me, I go break a leg.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, it's Manchester United calling.
Oh my God.
Are you okay? How are you doing?
Your voice no good. How far?
I'm not happy.
We know. We know.
Hope say it chop before you watch that match.
You are not eating since yesterday.
Yeah, not, but you eat before you go watch ball.
I thought we were going to win that match.
Chai.
Don't be thoughting. Don't be as far as it's Man United. Don't be thoughting. Don't do that.
This man is giving us heartbreak.
Chai.
I'm no longer happy with this person.
Don't worry. Ole is coming back. Ole is coming back. Ole is coming back. He had a meeting with what's it called, Jim, last week before the game. I think it was on Friday.
Ole is going to come and do what again?
Okay, now I don't want them again. Come legend.
So you see that they can't find somebody like Guardiola and do for Manchester United.
Oh, sorry, Guardiola is not up for the market.
Somebody's heart. Every day we keep on mourning Manchester United. How can Tottenham that is not even in form beat Manchester United 3-0?
No, Tottenham has been in form since last year. Sorry.
Which form? Tottenham that everybody when you come you beat them. Their point is how many? Look at Chelsea. We just give Sancho. Sancho started doing well.
Yeah.
The story that scores goal for us, we give it out.
Yeah.
And bought man 60 million. What is happening in Manchester United? What is this man doing in Manchester United? Is he recruiting a Holland team or what?
It's called go home or go dodge.
This man is hitting. I just want to see they're going to announce his sack today. I'm going to be a happiest man. I will eat very well. But as I'm talking to you now, I'm not eating.
Please go and eat, okay? Sorry about that. Thank you for your contribution.
Manchester United 3-0.
Yeah.
John, I hope you're happy now.
I'm happy. I called it. I called it.
No problem. Continue. No problem. We'll bounce back.
All right. Thank you very
No,
much.
That was exactly what the man said.
Keep bouncing back.
Oh, bounce back. The manager, they always bounce back.
Okay, let's move on to the big game that happened in the La Liga. It's Atletico Madrid 1, Real Madrid 1. At some point, the fans, the Ultras, for Atletico Ultras started throwing things to Courtois, and they had to stop the game for a very long time before they came back. But Madrid scored a goal then, and they almost in the last kick of the game, Atletico equalized and made that game 1-1. Madrid just taking one point away from that game, and they had to reverse their last year's formation. We had to play Jude behind the two strikers, Rodrigo and Vinicius, in that game, John.
Yeah, I wanted, though, while we are happy that they got a point, 3 points on the table there, you could close the gap on Barcelona.
Maybe Atletico, if they close that one, I find another team.
They can close
Atletico,
the gap.
the thing where Madrid do last year, now Atletico they do now. Score in the 90th minute, 95th minutes, find a winner. And that was what Atletico has done since. If you look at it, their last 3 games, now that kind of time they use score goal. So Atletico it's a derby, it's a Madrid derby. You don't expect Madrid to just come down, win the match, and calm down. You will see Atletico don't say they make some kind of Argentine signing, World Cup winners, then they bring it to the side with players if you go World Cup. You understand? And with solid to them, they have good strikers, they have good midfielders. The rest kind of this thing.
I'm telling you that Madrid could have won over Atletico in that match if they wanted to.
They did not create enough chance. That's just it.
Okay, that game ended 1-1, and the other games that happened in La Liga on Saturday is Getafe 2, Alaves 0, Rayo Vallecano 1, Leganes 1, Real Sociedad 3, Valencia 0, Osasuna 4, Barcelona 2, Celta Vigo 1, Girona 1, Atletico Bilbao 1, Sevilla 1, Real Betis 1, Espanyol 0, and as you just said, Atletico 1, Real Madrid 1, and Villarreal. Okay, Villarreal are playing today with Las Palmas in the league table. Barcelona is still top of the table with 21 points, and Real Madrid is 18 points. Atletico is third with 16 points. That is the top 3 in the La Liga. In the Serie A, I'll give you the result on Friday. We talked about that already. Milan winning, AC Milan winning that game 3 goals against Lecce. On Saturday is Udinese 2, Inter Milan 3, Genoa 0, Juventus 3. Bologna 1, Atlanta 1, Torino 2, Lazio 3, Como 3, Verona 2. Como winning that game
to get their groove on. They're beginning to know how to position themselves, getting on. They will concede goals. I know that because they are a new side in the league. They will concede goals, but it's scoring more goals that matters. Yeah, scoring more goals, and they did that against Verona.
Juventus
scored more goals, made sure Verona, because they made sure the game got at least a bit more compact, and Verona couldn't
we are
get.
we are
Two
looking
wins
for.
now. I'm happy about that.
But let's talk about Juve. Juve have not actually conceded a goal in this Serie A. They are playing well. They are playing 6 games without conceding a goal, and they won that game 3-0, John.
Yeah, Juventus have looked like they've started better than anybody expected. We all expected it to take Mota some time to improve the team, to improve performances, to get this squad ready. But they look at that now; they've done it in less than how many games, and they are looking to build from where they are. Kudos to all the players in that side, most especially Vlahovic, because if you look at his performances, he's been doing well.
Okay, let's move on to the league table. Is Napoli is top after 6 games with 13 points. Conte is trying to win this league again. Juve is second with 12 points. Milan and Inter, the two Milan clubs are 11 points. Torino has 11 points. That is the log for the Serie A.
Top 6.
Now let's move over to the Bundesliga. Let's talk about the big one. Is Bayern Munich 1, Bayer Leverkusen 1. That game was a fierce encounter, but that game ended 1-1 also.
Well, look at I keep saying it's Bayern Munich will take their time. We don't expect company to come. This is a team that won. I think they beat Bayern Munich home and away last season. They are there. So before you come into the, just like what happened to Man United and Crystal Palace, you can't just come in and start winning them. These people, they don't carry your weak point for hand. So Bayern Munich and Leverkusen, it was a good game to see. Defending champions played against the former champions. They are there. They've already done their homework. So Leverkusen will have to build on that.
Okay.
And see if they can go on to win. But this game now felt like company has a lot of work to do.
Okay, Bayern are set up of the league. They have 13 points after 5 games. Frankfurt is second with 12 points. They are actually doing when they have only lost 1 game. Frankfurt is second, but Leverkusen. Leipzig is third, and Leverkusen is 10th. They have 10 points with 4th. I think they are playing well too. And Dortmund has 10 points. 10 points. They are 5th on the log. That's all for the Bundesliga. And let's move on to Ligue 1. Remember on Friday, PSG won their game, but the surprise result is Strasbourg winning Marseille 1-0. Everybody was surprised because Marseille has been a team that has form, but they lost that game, John.
Yeah, surprising, Marseille have been on fire since signing a couple of players, winking at Manchester United fans wherever they are, and they've been winning their games. Surprisingly, they lost to Strasbourg, but I think they should recover quickly and continue because they have it to do this season. They actually have the capacity to match Paris Saint-Germain and wrestle the Ligue 1 from them.
Now waiting to Liverpool, now into them.
Okay, that game ended 1-0 for Strasbourg. It was a surprising defeat for Marseille. Okay, let's move up to the Nigerian Professional League. I'm going to give you the result that happened Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday, is Ikorodu City 1, Nasarawa United 2, Akwa United 1, Sunshine 2, Niger Tornadoes 1, Bendel 1, Rivers United 2, Enyimba 0, Ekanemi Warriors 2, Plateau United 2, Bayelsa 1, Bayelsa United 1, Kwara United 1, Abia Warriors 2, Kano Pillars 2, 0, Katsina United 3, Lobby Stars 0, Remo Stars 2, Rangers International 1, Shooting Stars 1, Heartland versus Heartland 0. Okay, let's talk about Remo versus Rangers International. That game in the first half ended was 0-0, and the game came alive in the second half. And Remo Stars coming to score those 2 goals and winning that game comfortably against Rangers International. They scored the first goal. Rangers equalized with a penalty, and after just 4 minutes after Rangers equalized, Remo Stars scored in the 51st minute. And in the second half, Rangers got a penalty and scored in the 56th minute. Then in the 60th minute, Remo Stars scored another goal and they won that game, John.
Yeah, I felt like Rangers kind of, after they got the equalizer and everything, they were looking to close out the game and settle for a draw. But clearly, Remo Stars had it all to do in the sense that they wanted it more and they got the winning goal. Like I said last season, that these 2 guys bossed the NPFL last season and they are looking to do it again this time around. But clearly, Rangers might not have been ready for that encounter because, and not doubt to them, they put in a good performance based on the way they played the game. I just feel like maybe you equalize and you feel you are going to, turn the game around and win it, and then you just take a step back, or maybe you take your eyes off the prize. I don't know what it is, but they need to fix it and they need to come back with another win.
John, Enyimba losing that game, it was a surprising loss.
Yeah, Rivers United.
They surprised me. Because Rivers United won the league last 3 seasons ago. It no surprise me because they've always been in that conversation of top 4. They've built, I think, under the former governor, he invested more on the side and they built more. They've invested more on the players, the training facilities. So they've gone on to do more. I think for Enyimba coming off the back of, we want to get into the top 4, we want to get into the prime of where we were before. What's happening to Enyimba now is one of those things that happens when you are big and some other new teams start winning trophy. I feel like you can go back there easily. It's no longer easy for anybody to just come and stroll into the big boys league anymore. You have to work hard to be there. Even finishing third last season sends a statement, and I think Rivers not finishing in the top 4 sends a statement as well. And they want to go back to that conversation. They don't test continental football. They don't see as they be, so they want to go back and test it again. They want to go back and play it again. And I think that's what's driving Rivers United so far this season.
Okay, Remo Stars are still top. They have played 4 games, won 4 games.
Yes.
They have 12 points. I think Remo Stars are going to win this league because they have not actually lost any single game.
Now still 38 matches. Calm down.
For Nigeria Professional League,
Calm down.
winning your that means they have won 2 home games and 2 away games.
Calm down.
Okay, Rangers International played one less game. They are 12th with 4 points. Hopefully, if they play on Wednesday and win that game, they will move on top of the log. Okay, this is how we are going to end today's show. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. I'm going to read some of the comments on our YouTube channel before I call it a day. Emmanuel Okitipi saying Onana has started collecting goals already. Onana is collecting goals already. You people are just calling names. Manchester United does not have a team. Yeah, that is true. Emmanuel,
I support you.
Yes, Emmanuel is saying you people are just calling names. Manchester United does not have a team at all. Emmanuel is saying Man U made a big mistake. Okay, Manchester United made a big man look like a joke. Okay, Yare YouTube is saying Galatasaray. Yeah, Galatasaray won that game against their opponent and Osimhen scored in that game.
Let's go.
In that game. Okay, this is how I'm going to be ending today's show. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel. Hassan, I see you. Hassan is giving us all the love emoji. Thank you for joining us on today's show. Thank you for joining us on today's show. We're going to be seeing guys tomorrow. When we come, we'll give you all the games that is happening. Remember, tomorrow Champions League is back. Champions League is back, and Arsenal and other English teams are playing, and other big teams are playing tomorrow in the Champions League. My name is Godwin, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Have a lovely day.
Hello, Enugu, and welcome to Vote 104.3